New Claude Code. Update is insane. Remote control your AI from your phone. You've been chained to your desk this whole time. Every time you kick off a big AI coding task, you have to sit there and babysit it. You can't walk away. You can't take a break. The moment you do, something needs your input. That ends today. Anthropic just dropped 2 massive updates to Claude Code that completely change how you work with it. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to fall behind people who are. Hey, I'm Skylar, an AI educator here to help you actually understand and use these tools, not just hear about them. And today we're breaking down the 2 biggest Claude Code updates that just dropped: remote control and the effort parameter. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how both work, how to use them, and which one matters most to your workflow. Let's get into it. So first, quick context. Claude Code launched in May 2025. In less than a year, it became the most used AI coding tool, according to a Pragmatic Engineer survey of over 15,000 developers in February 2026. The VS Code extension has been installed 29 million times. That's not a niche tool. That's the new standard. And Anthropic keeps shipping. Fast. These 2 new updates are proof of that. Okay, so let's start with the one that's going to change your daily life the most. Remote control. This is brand new as of late February 2026, and it's currently rolling out to Pro and Max subscribers in research preview. Before this update, Claude Code was locked to your terminal. Start a task, close your laptop, session dies. That's a real bottleneck for long jobs like code-based refactors or multi-file debugging, the kind of work that takes a while. Remote control breaks that constraint completely. Here's how it works. You start a session on your machine in the terminal the same way you always do. Then you run one command, Claude remote control, or the / command remote control. Your terminal shows you a QR code. You scan it with the Claude mobile app. Done. You are now connected to your local session from your phone. The key thing to understand here is that your code never leaves your machine. This is not a cloud migration. Your local files, your MCP servers, your project configuration, all of it stays right where it is. Your phone is just a window into that session. It's seeing the same thing your terminal sees. And you can send messages from both at the same time. So in practice, what does that look like? You start a big refactor at your desk. Claude gets to work. You grab your phone, walk to the kitchen, make coffee, come back, and you can see everything Claude is doing in real time on your phone. You can ask a follow-up question from your couch. You can check on the progress from a meeting. You can send a new command from anywhere without restarting anything. The product manager at Anthropic who announced this literally said, "Take a walk, see the sun, walk your dog without losing your flow." That is the vibe. And honestly, that's exactly what this enables. Now, before I go further, I need to be straight with you about the limitations because this is a research preview and it has some rough edges right now. First, each session only supports one remote connection at a time, one device connecting remotely. That's it. Second, your terminal process has to stay open. If you fully close the terminal or the Claude command exits, the remote session ends. You have to restart manually. Third, if your machine loses network for about 10 minutes, the session will time out and exit. So this is not designed for running fully unattended agents overnight. It's about giving you mobility around an active session. And fourth, early users have noted it's a bit janky in its current state. One developer described it as a clunky pre-release. So set expectations accordingly. It works, but it's not polished yet. Anthropic will clean it up. On the security side, your machine only makes outbound HTTPS connections. No inbound ports are opened. Everything travels through the Anthropic API over TLS. Only chat messages and tool results flow through the bridge. To use it, you need Claude Code version 2.1.521 or later. Check your version with Claude version. You also need a Pro or Max subscription. API keys are not supported for this feature. When I first started figuring out which Claude Code features were actually worth my time versus which ones just sound cool, I was pretty overwhelmed. That's when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones just waste tokens. The community shares real use cases, real implementations, stuff that people are actually doing in their work. If you're serious about using AI to improve your skills and workflow, check it out. Link in the description. All right, now let's talk about the second big update, the effort parameter. And this one is for anyone building with the Claude API or using Claude Code with the newer models. Here's the problem it solves. Before this, Every single task got the same thinking budget. Whether Claude was doing a quick file search or figuring out a nightmare architectural problem, same resources, same depth. That's inefficient. You're burning tokens on simple tasks that don't need deep thinking, and sometimes you're not giving Claude enough room to fully think through the hard ones. The effort parameter gives you a dial. You can now tell Claude exactly how hard to think. There are 4 levels: low, medium, high, and max. Low is for speed and efficiency. Simple stuff, quick lookups, classification. Things where you just need a fast answer and a marginal quality improvement is not worth the extra tokens or the extra time. Medium is the middle ground. Good for production-agenic workflows where you want a balance of quality and speed. High is the default. This is how Claude Code has always behaved before this update. Full reasoning, full capability, complex coding, extended tasks. This is what you've been using the whole time without knowing it. And then there's Max. This is only available on Opus 4.6 right now. Max removes any constraint on token spending. Claude thinks as thoroughly as it possibly can. There is no ceiling. This is for your hardest problems. Complex refactors, architectural decisions, bugs that have been stumping you for days. The trade-off is it's slower, and it uses more of your token budget. So be selective with it. In Claude Code, you can switch effort levels with the effort command. Type effort low, effort medium, effort high, or effort max. You can also set it with the effort flag when you launch a session. And there's an auto option where Claude picks the level itself based on what you ask it to do. One important note: max effort does not persist across sessions. It applies only to your current session. The other levels, low, medium, and high, do persist. Here's a practical way to think about this. If you're doing a lot of short back and forth questions, quick fixes, or simple file edits, run medium. Save your token budget. If you're doing a serious deep dive, debugging something complex, or working on architecture, bump it to high or max. Also worth knowing, Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6 now support a 1 million token context window. That's massive for working with large code bases. Currently, that's available on Max Plan and above, with potential expansion to Pro in the future. Now, here's something people miss about both of these updates. They stack. You can start a max effort session on your desktop, kick off a deep architectural refactor, then walk away and monitor it from your phone using remote control. That's the full picture of what's now possible. So let me pull this together into some practical guidance. If you're on Pro, update Claude Code to at least version 2.1.51 and try remote control. Enable it with Claude Remote Control, scan the QR code, and test it with a real task. Get familiar with the interface on your phone now before it's polished. You want to know how it works before you actually need it. For the effort parameter, start medium for most things. Go high when quality really matters. Reserve max for Opus 4.6 and the genuinely hard problems. If you're using the API, set it with output tark config and the effort field. And one thing to remember, these tools are only useful if you actually know how to give Claude good instructions. A max effort prompt that's poorly written is still a poorly written prompt. The effort level affects how hard Claude thinks, not whether you're asking the right question in the first place. Claude Code is moving extremely fast. According to one analysis, around 4% of all public GitHub commits are now generated by Claude Code. The tool is not slowing down. And the gap between people using it well and people not using it is growing. These 2 updates, remote control and the effort parameter, are about giving you more control. More flexibility, more efficiency. That's the direction everything is heading. Less babysitting, more delegation, better results. If you're looking to go deeper on AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip, no hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates like these and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in the description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. If this was helpful, hit subscribe. New videos on AI tools and workflows dropping regularly. See you in the next one.